Hi, today I'm using a new camera. Well, actually old. I remembered it recently and asked my mom to send it to me from home, so I really just wanted an excuse to use it, so I'm using it for the intro. Today, I think I want to write a song, and I think that you should write one too. And I'll explain why, but first, it's time for a Saturday morning treat. A lot of the times I have to work on Saturdays, so I don't always usually get like a 2-day weekend. But that just makes the Saturdays that I do get off a little bit more special. Hi, I have a mobile order for Lexi. Hello. Thank you. Hello. I'm gonna hold this because I don't know what to do with my hands. So today I'm gonna be writing a song. I don't have a plan of what I want to do, but I just know that I want to do it. And before today, I had a plan that I wanted to write a song, but I have none of the details figured out yet. However, instead of just me writing today, I wanted to encourage you to do the same or something similar. If you're just starting out with music or songwriting, it may seem like you need to be some type of professional to do something like this. And it probably feels pretty intimidating to think about doing for the first time. Personally, I've written and released music before, but I'm nowhere near a professional level. And honestly, what does that even mean to be like a professional level of songwriter? Nowadays, I kind of feel like that means you just have to write something good enough to catch people's attention as they're scrolling on social media so that they'll stop and listen. But there's so much more art and expression to it. It's not just about being commercially successful. And it's not just the most commercially successful people that are writing the most captivating and meaningful songs, which a lot of people don't even think those are captivating. For me personally, it's kind of like a journal. I have so many different ideas and different creative things going on swirling around in my head that music is just another way to just like get it out there. I'm not great with words or talking, but music has always been such a great way for me to just express what I'm feeling. And if you watched, it's like focusing back there. I don't want it to focus like on me. There we go. Sorry if that's all messed up before. And if you've watched any of my previous videos of me making music, then you might see that sometimes I don't have any idea for lyrics first, but what happens is as I'm listening back through whatever it is that I just wrote, lyrics just kind of come out. Maybe it just starts with like a melody or something, and then whatever lyrics I come up with first just serve as like a launching pad to get to the rest of the song. It all might fall apart, but I still do. It might all fall apart, but I still swore I'd start. My wants don't seem to change, the motivation wanes. My look back in a year was stuck because of fear. If I don't take that step, I'm caught up in the sound. Whatever you end up writing doesn't have to be long or in-depth either. Most of the videos that I've put out so far are only like half a song. if even that. It's usually just like a verse and a chorus. I feel like these moments, though, of coming up with the ideas for songs at the beginning tend to be the most interesting. Just because of how music is laid out nowadays, the second half of songs typically just repeats what the first section did with dynamic changes or a slight twist. Of course, you can go in and write something like a through composed song, but you don't have to. Those initial moments are the trickiest, and they're going to challenge you as a writer, but that's good. And that's like the whole point, even if you don't really feel like you're ready. But I still swore I'd start. This feels way too on the nose. I feel like cheesy, almost. I spent so many years as a musician not writing because I was waiting for someone to come along who knew what they were doing to show me how to do it. And it took a college class about songwriting that had a deadline and a grade to finally get me to sit down and finish a song. Give yourself a deadline, like an hour or something, and stick to it. You might find yourself to be not as picky when deciding what ideas to go with. In my last video about writing music, I wasn't too crazy about the initial idea that I came up with. We're just going to try and record that. I don't know if I like it too much, but we'll see where it goes. But looking back now on the song that I wrote that day, I really do like it. I typically wouldn't have stuck with a guitar idea like I chose that day just because I feel like it wasn't fancy enough. Coming from playing a lot of rock and metal growing up, I'm a pretty big guitar riff guy. So I typically come up with my ideas for songs first by coming up with a guitar riff or a lick or intro melody or something. However, this part that I came up with was really just chords back and forth. Eventually I did come up with a guitar lead line, but I probably wouldn't have come up with it or the rest of the song if I'd been pickier about my starting idea. I gave myself a time limit, so I couldn't spend too long trying to come up with the initial idea. I just had to start writing. And I ended up writing something totally different than I normally would have. And if you want to take it a step further, I encourage you to share whatever it is that you write. There have been multiple instances where the song that I'm writing in the moment feels like a throwaway. And I'll upload a video about it and end up having a lot more people than I expected like it or connect with it. I know that it's really intimidating to put yourself out there like that, but you might be surprised to see that a lot of people are waiting to connect with your music. I definitely have been. I got a comment on a video of mine a while ago, basically comparing what I do here to another bigger channel. Trev Barnes, someone who writes and produces music just like I do. Of course, he does it on a much bigger and professional scale than I do. And at the point of getting that comment, I hadn't watched a whole lot of his stuff, but since then, I really have. But not just his videos. There's so many other people doing this exact same thing online, writing music and showing the process. And this might make it even more intimidating. You might see the space is so oversaturated with people doing the same thing. What am I going to add? And it's you. It's you, your perspective, your creative voice, your emotions is what you're adding. I could watch one person write a song and not really connect with it at all. It could be a really well-edited video, and they could be using some professional gear, but if they're not writing something that I'm interested in, I might not want to stick around. There's probably a group of people out there, no matter how big or small, that would be so into the music that you're going to write. It might take a little while to find them, but they're really not going to find it if you don't put it out there. There's a lot of people writing and releasing music out there right now, but not everyone's going to connect with all of them. I personally get a lot of enjoyment from finding smaller channels like mine who just make videos on their time off and don't have the most professional setups. Personally, I tend to watch these channels a lot more than some of the bigger ones. So be encouraged. Someone is out there and they're waiting for your music. recommended so many videos that are basically saying the same thing. Just go do something creative right now. Stop waiting and start doing. I've been working on this channel for a while now and been trying to consistently upload for the past couple months. Before that, I watched a bunch of videos telling me to do it until I finally just decided to do it. So I'm hoping that this video is the one for you. In a world with AI being rapidly implemented into every part of our lives, we need more human expression and creativity out there. Create something to cut through the slop and give someone something to connect with. Before this YouTube channel, I was just writing music alone in my room and sharing it not really with anyone except for my wife. I was being way too much of a perfectionist, just waiting to share these ideas that I had until they felt good enough or ready or mixed and mastered properly, but that rarely came. I have so many Logic files on my computer of mostly finished songs, but I only have 4 songs out on streaming services right now. Doing something like writing a song with no plan and putting the results out there before they might feel like they're ready is a great way to get your voice out there super quickly. You eliminate the pressure of hesitating by just doing it. There's a video on my channel I put out about a year ago about writing my most recent release, and that video took so long to make. I spent 3 days just recording it, and who knows how many days after that editing it. And I had a really great time doing all of it, but it just took a long time. I wanted to do it again and upload it, but I didn't want to have to wait weeks and months while I worked on it. Months later, I decided to upload the video of writing a song with no plan. I recorded it in a couple of hours and finished editing it by the end of the week. I didn't put the pressure on myself to finish the song or perfect it before sharing it. Listening back, parts of it are pretty rough, but I found a new way to get these videos that I really liked making out there. And at this point, it's ended up being one of my most viewed videos. Just getting up, writing something without putting too much thought into it, packaging it in whatever form you like. Long form YouTube video, short form TikTok or Instagram reel, MP3 on like SoundCloud or something, and then just sharing it. After an hour of writing and maybe a couple hours of editing a video about it, you have something new to put out there. If you've watched this whole video and decided that you're going to do something like that, let me know about it. I don't think you can put links in the YouTube comment section, but just comment what it is that you did, where I can find it. I want to hear about it if it's a YouTube video, TikTok or Instagram, YouTube short, or just an MP3. I'd appreciate it if you left a like or maybe subscribe if you like my music or music related content. I'm ready to hit the ground running with this YouTube thing, so there's going to be a lot more videos coming out. Feel free to check out my original music and follow me on TikTok and Instagram, Sunday Sky Music. Here's the full thing that I wrote today. Thank you for watching. Bye.